President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. Here you bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm. President Trump, thank you. You did bring up something. You said she went to negotiate with Vladimir Putin. Vice President Harris, have you ever met Vladimir Putin?
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
Take it away.
No, I insist.
ABC had what has been described as fact-check fever on Tuesday night's debate for one candidate there. Now, the moderator fact-checking the former president at least 5 times, whilst Vice President Kamala Harris wasn't fact-checked a single time. And that left many people asking, was it a fair debate?
Yeah, to debate the topic, let's bring in former vice chair of the New Jersey Federation of Republican Women and host of Money Talk with Melanie, Collette, as well as editor-in-chief of the National Memo and author of The Longest Con, Joe Conason. First of all, welcome to both of you. Good morning. It's great having you on Wake Up America weekend. Joe, it's your turn to start first. Did you think it was fair, considering the fact check part? Was that fair? If you're going to fact check one, shouldn't you fact check the other?
Well, you have to fact check the person who mangles the facts, Michael, and good morning to you as well. So, you know, the fact checks that you just aired, the little clips, showed that Trump had said things that were absurdly untrue. And it seemed to me perfectly reasonable to explain to the public, 67 million people watching the debate, that those things were not true, just in case they might believe them. But, you know, as far as the fairness of the debate is concerned, Donald Trump has been saying ever since the debate that he won. Not only did he win, he won decisively. He won 92-7. I'm sure you've seen those clips. So if he won so decisively, so strongly, why is he whining, or why is anybody whining about the fairness of the debate? He won.
What's 2 separate issues?
Well,
go ahead, Melanie.
Yeah, but the whining
doesn't make it right. If it wasn't
him.
fair, even if the other guy won, doesn't make it right. You still want fair debates in democracy.
Okay.
That's just ridiculous.
He doesn't seem to want to do it again.
That's exactly right. That was the biggest crop of crap I just heard. Are you serious that he sat there and lied? He absolutely didn't lie, particularly about the abortion thing.
When he said that Vice President Harris negotiated with Putin, was that true?
To die when they're born alive. That is an absolute fact. That was not a lie. And that was the most important thing that he didn't lie about. And the most important thing these pro-abortionists need to know. So we're just going to say that
the Minnesota law clearly states that they actually should get care if they're born alive.
You need to fact check both parties.
Not true.
You're going to say that Kamala Harris didn't sit there and lie. Kamala Harris didn't even answer one single question, starting with, hey, Americans, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And she's going to give some, story about her childhood. Nobody asked about her childhood.
Did Trump answer all the questions?
What asked about was, are we better off? We are not, certainly. She didn't even bother to answer that question because she doesn't care about the American people. The debate wasn't fair. Trump shouldn't set foot on another stage with her because it's not going to move the ball in any kind of way, shape, or form. We're not going to learn any new information. And quite honestly, her performance was a disgrace, and the American people should find it
Melanie, let me get Joe back in there. Joe, go ahead. I want you to get your words in there.
Very excited for somebody who thinks they won. But okay. I mean, look, she said, for instance, Trump said that Harris had negotiated with Putin, which was a clip you played there, the correction of that. She's never met Vladimir Putin. So don't you think people deserve to know that that was not true? That was an absurd lie? I do.
Actually, I think the president was probably pointing out the fact that she did go to see Zelensky 5 times, and she never even spoke to Putin on the phone. There's no diplomacy.
That wasn't what he was pointing out, Michael. He said, go back and look at the clip, that she negotiated with Putin and Zelensky, and that's just not true. That she was in charge of resolving the war. It's just
How do we know she didn't meet with him? He endorsed her.
How do we know she didn't meet with him?
That's fact. I want Kamala to win. So what was wrong with that?
Hold on. Really? I want to give 30 seconds to Joe and then 30 seconds to Melanie. Go ahead, Joe. Let's not talk over each other. Joe's time.
My apology.
I'd like to see another debate, just because I think they are informative for the public about the character and knowledge and stature of the individuals who are debating. And Trump doesn't seem to want to do that, even though he is certain that he won.
Joe, I got to tell you, I agree with you on that one. I would like to see another debate. Melanie, last 30 seconds to you.
I wouldn't want to see another debate, only because I don't think it was very informative at all. We learned nothing new about Kamala Harris. We already know what President Trump stands for. We already know about his policies. We know about his demeanor. We know how he handles bullies on the world stage. We know nothing of that when it comes to Kamala Harris. So why do it?
We don't know what he thinks about abortion
anymore.
Do we know what he thinks about abortion?
All right, we're going to go there.
We don't.
Thank you very much, Joe. We're going to stop there. We're going to call it. The bell's ringing in my ear. So Joe Conason and Melanie Collette, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure, as always.
Thank you.